Make a note on reader response criticism. Marks 10 to 12. Answer. Reader response criticism, as the name suggests, is a mode of literary interpretation in which the role of the reader is seen as particularly crucial. According to the reader response critics, a text is not complete until it is read and interpreted. They believe no text can produce self-contained meaning. Literary criticism has long paid attention to the reader's role in creating the meaning and experience of a literary work. Reader response criticism arose in large measure as a reaction against new criticism or formalist approach, which totally negated the role of the reader in the determination of the meaning of a literary text. The modern reader response criticism began in the 1960s and 70s. Especially in Germany, there existed a much more rigorous and well-established philosophical tradition of a reader-centered criticism. A number of critics at the University of Konstanz in Germany formulated a systematic reader response theory, which is usually referred to as reception theory or reception aesthetics. Stanley Fish, Norman Holland, David Bleich, Wolfgang Iser, and Robert Jauss are the most prominent members of this school of criticism. The popularity of formalism and new criticism had enforced the idea that meaning is contained in the words on the page. Reader response replaces this idea by a more dynamic model in which the process of meaning requires the active participation of the audience or the reader. In this context, we may consider the common experience of rereading a favorite book after many years. A book one read as a child seems shockingly different when reread as an adult. The character once remembered favorably might seem less admirable while another character becomes more sympathetic. The book has not changed, but our life experiences between the first reading and any subsequent rereadings can affect the way we respond to a story. Reader response criticism explores how different individuals see the same text differently. It emphasizes how religious, cultural and social values affect the way we read and respond to a work of fiction. Rather than declare one interpretation correct and the other mistaken, reader response criticism recognizes that different insights are inevitable. Instead of trying to ignore or reconcile the contradictions, it explores them. Although the reader response criticism rejects the notion that there can be a single correct reading for a literary text, it also does not consider all readings permissible. The critics of this school believe that each text creates limits to its possible interpretations. The obvious difficulty with reader response criticism is in ascertaining the extent of the reader's freedom in realizing the potential meanings of the text. According to these critics, the meaning of the text can never be formulated, but rather activated or realized through the reader's involvement. When a reader's eyes follow the text on the page, a mental operation goes within him, which determines his response. Texts have gaps or blanks which the reader must endeavor to fill. Almost every reader's interpretation differs to some extent from that of another, as the evolving mental process of the reader consists of diverse kinds of expectations, volitions, satisfactions, and the restructuring of expectations in his experience. As such, the reader response critics maintain that there is no one correct meaning of a literary text. Finished. Please subscribe to the channel for more updates of ready-made notes on English literature. Also, please share this channel to help any student pursue a degree in English literature. Please do not forget to subscribe, like and comment.